Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Stockton and I'll be representing Team 8 for our Phase 1 through 4 presentation for our proposed UPS transformation plan. UPS is a leading competitor within the logistics industry. Here is a brief overview of the logistics industry. Logistics controls the movement of goods from the provider to the consumer. There are two main types of logistics, inbound logistics and outbound logistics. Inbound logistics refers to the purchasing and arranging the inbound movement of materials, parts, or finished inventory from suppliers to manufacturing, warehouses, or retail stores. Outbound logistics refers to the process related to the storage and movement of the final product and the related information from the end of the product line to the end user. Distribution logistics is a subcomponent of the outbound logistics, which focuses on the processing, warehousing, and transportation of goods to the customer. The two main competitors in this space within the United States are FedEx and UPS. Cost defines who wins between these two logistic giants. In 2016, UPS generated over $60 billion in revenue alone. They delivered almost 5 billion packages, reaching almost 9 million customers. They have 5,000 retail shops, over 1,800 operating facilities, and over 100,000 fleet vehicles. Our proposed transformation plan for UPS is for them to adopt an Uber-like crowdsourcing model that allows them to deliver packages. Currently, UPS owns all of its fleet, and all drivers are UPS employees. In order for UPS to get packages to the customers, it must use their vehicles and their own drivers. The process as is has a UPS-owned fleet receiving the shipment from their massive fulfillment center, transferring it to a smaller remote UPS center, then having another vehicle transport it from that remote center out to the customer. With the proposed transformation, UPS would still pick up the package from their massive fulfillment center and transport it to the remote UPS center. From there, a smartphone geo-mapped dispatch application similar to Uber will find the nearest driver so that they may pick up the package and deliver it to the customer. The app and the drivers will be available 24/7, automatically would send pickup and delivery requests, and the app will be able to guide the drivers to every pickup location and destination. The app also allows UPS to call or text a crowdsourced driver directly. A more thorough breakdown of the crowdsourced model is explained here. UPS would hire temporary crowdsourced drivers who would go through a background check similar to Airbnb and Uber drivers. The crowdsourced driver will then provide their own vehicle and insurance, must have a valid driver license, vehicle registration, and a clean driving record and criminal history. Once UPS develops the geo-map application, crowdsourced drivers will download this application onto their smartphone. The application will be available 24/7, and drivers and UPS will be able to call or text directly. The crowdsourced drivers will use this application to pick up packages that are available, and as well as using it to assist them to deliver the packages to the right location. Drivers get paid weekly, set their own schedule, and must be 21 years or older. The benefits of UPS switching to this crowdsourced model are as follows. Reducing labor costs. Temporary crowdsourcing can reduce labor costs by reducing local headcount and its associated costs, such as hiring costs, wages and benefits, office space, training, and turnover. Improving margins by leveraging economies of scale. Utilizing the same technology and workflow across multiple customers, which means cost savings to UPS. They can ramp up and downsize quickly as their needs change. Free up facility space and vehicle fleet for other purposes. Without the need for additional in-house processing, UPS can reduce high overheads such as office space and costly vehicle equipment and maintenance. Overall, we hope the benefits include cost savings, process standardization, labor flexibility, improving customer service, and increasing revenue. To begin the implementation of our plan, data analytics will be a big part. Data analytics will help determine locations that would benefit from crowdsourced drivers, packages that should be delivered via crowdsourced drivers, optimal paths for crowdsourced drivers to utilize, distance traveled for each package delivered via crowdsourcing, the order in which multiple packages should be delivered, the most optimal route traditional drivers should take to deliver packages, how long a package should wait in the queue for a crowdsourced delivery before getting requeued for a normal delivery, and predictions regarding crowdsourced driver availability. After the data analytics portion of the implementation plan has been completed, one of the most vital and time-consuming portions will be the development of the application that UPS and drivers will use to help assist them with delivering packages. Here is a brief overview of some of the features that will be targeted when developing the app. Deployment of infrastructure on Amazon Web Services cloud platform, cross-functional work with current UPS systems such as Orion, building capacity for the application to geolocate, provide direction, and integrate with other APIs. Cloud hosting and dynamic resource scaling and self-healing redundancy should be built into the application architecture on an information as a service platform such as AWS, EC2, with RDS and CloudFront to ensure capacity, scalability, and security of the application. Similar to Uber, the geolocation functions and our proprietary developed algorithm will integrate with UPS Orion to optimize the decision for traditional UPS delivery or crowdsourced delivery, which will provide the capability to optimize delivery costs and fleet costs with availability, range, and capacity of various resources. Here is a high-level overview of our projected timeline for the implementation of our transformation plan. Once the new transformation plan is ready to go live, UPS will conduct training for all current and future employees, as well as incoming crowdsourced drivers. It will cover process training to establish clear business goals, technology training for incoming crowdsourced drivers, such as how to install the app functionality, and troubleshooting, as well as other training such as customer care, patience, people-oriented, and keeping a positive attitude. The projected cost for the transformation plan is listed here. We are projecting a total initial cost of $1.18 million, which includes the data analytics team, initial infrastructure, application development, warehouse construction, and training development. Our total recurring cost per year, we calculated $8.5 million. This will include IT support and application debugging, as well as driver support and additional customer care staff. Our overall goal with our transformation plan is to increase UPS's overall profits by lowering their costs. Currently, UPS spends approximately $33.5 billion a year on its fleet alone. That includes maintenance, repairs, fuel, and other costs associated with the maintaining of their vehicles. That $33.5 billion does not include driver wages. With our proposed plan, we hope to deliver at least 10% of UPS's packages via the crowdsourced model. By doing so, UPS stands to save approximately $3 billion per year. Here, we have the IRR and NPV for the most likely scenario. This is assuming that just 10% of UPS packages are delivered via the crowdsourced model. UPS would see a profits increase of over $3 billion a year. After 5 years, they would have saved an additional $13 billion in operational expenses alone. Here, we have the worst case and best case scenarios, as well as their IRR and NPV for UPS. With the worst case scenario, assuming that UPS is only able to deliver 5% of its packages via the crowdsourced model, they still stand to save over $1 billion per year and a total of $6.5 billion after 5 years. The best case scenario would have UPS delivering 1/5 of its packages via the crowdsourced model. Here, they would see a savings of over $6.5 billion per year, and after 5 years, would have a total of $26.5 billion saved in operational expenses alone. In conclusion, we have 1 year set aside for the development and implementation of the overall project. The initial cost for UPS would be $1.18 million for the project, with an annual reoccurring cost of $8.5 million per year. Assuming UPS is able to deliver just 10% of its packages via the crowdsourced model, they stand to save over $3.5 billion per year, increasing their overall profits by almost $13 billion in a 5-year span. Thank you for your time.